Hey guys, I'm just gonna be talking about the racial and gender equality here in our society, and what I believe is an issue that we face that we don't even realize it. So, I mean, for years our society has tried to create this equal world, or to create our country as an equal, to be equal on a global level, and well, I mean, we've come very far from where we started. The movement of President Lyndon B. Johnson was a huge movement for our society in terms of equal rights. However, there's still a remaining factor that's hindering us from being completely equal. And what I mean by this is the fact that we as Americans and as a society and as a country socialize through media, through politics, and everyday life that we're not equal. We do this without even realizing it. We've created these movements, Black Lives Matter, and other movements. There's tons of movements. That's just one that pops into my head. But we create these movements and events, and the publicity and the media post about this, about not being equal, and we constantly remind ourselves that we're not equal. For example, in the late 1800s, this goes way back, and in the late 1800s, the NAACP adopted a hymn, and it was to commemorate President Lincoln's birth. And this was known as the Black National Anthem. So I want you to hear what I said there. It's known as the Black National Anthem. So if you really think about this, this anthem has just categorized itself as being a Black National Anthem. So this anthem was actually played recently at President Obama's inauguration. So the issue with this is that it labels a group of people to be different. Why have the Black National Anthem still? I mean, I understand that it was part of our history, and at the time it might have not have been as big of an issue as it is now, but you've created this thing where it is now separate from just our normal national anthem, so it's categorizing, and that right there is the exact opposite of being equal. It's being different. It's categorizing and labeling, and so it's we're going in a backward direction here. The Black Lives Matter movement is an example of this as well, and all these massive movements and this massive action that remind our country that equal rights is a fault currently right now. Just like the Malcolm X movement of the ballot and the bullet, we're creating a reminder within the Black community that equal treatment is not evident in our country. So it's really, like I said, we're taking a step back, and we're constantly instilling this, that we're not equal, and it's becoming more of an issue the more we talk about this. The gender inequality between women, and this is a global issue here. The UN reporter here that was given to us on our assignment, she hit on this, and the issue is that we're constantly talking of this, and we're not taking action. So she said it herself. She said, we need to make progress, and we're not doing that. What we're doing is we're instilling it inside of us that we aren't an equal country, that we're doing these things constantly, that actions within our society and in our country on a global level really are happening every day to show everyday people that we're not an equal country, and that's not the fact. We are an equal country. Obviously there needs to be some improvements here, but when we constantly remind ourselves of not being equal, it's going to be worse than it could be. So it's really unfortunate.